For centuries, readers of the Bible have been told about a war in heaven, Michael fighting the dragon, good angels versus bad angels, a spiritual metaphor, nothing more. But what if this war was not metaphor at all? What if the ancient writers were describing battles they believed they actually saw in the skies above? And what if the Bible wasn't alone in this? What if cultures around the world, in India, in Greece, in Mesopotamia, recorded the very same thing? Wars between beings, armies clashing in the skies, and humanity, helpless, caught in the crossfire. Let's begin with Michael. The Bible calls him an archangel, but that word, archangel, hides more than it reveals. Michael's name in Hebrew is Mishael, and in ancient languages, El meant commander. It wasn't the personal name of God, it was a title, the superior one, the general. So Mishael means who is like El, or the one who serves under El. He was a subordinate officer, a warrior general reporting to his commander. And make no mistake, Michael was not gentle. He was not the robed, harp-playing angel of stained glass windows. Michael was a fighter, a fierce warrior, one who won with force, not persuasion. When Revelation says Michael and his armies fought the dragon, it is describing a battle, a war. And Michael, the warrior under El, was leading troops. This is exactly what Anthony Wallis has been pointing out. That when we peel back mistranslations, the Bible no longer reads like poetry. It reads like history. Eyewitness accounts of wars in the skies. Take the Hebrew words, Hashamayim, mistranslated by the church as heaven. In truth, it means the skies. Zavaot, mistranslated as hosts. In truth, it means armies. So, Lord of hosts should be commander of sky armies, and the hosts of heaven should be armies of the skies. Do you see how one mistranslation changes everything? The text shifts from hymns and metaphors to soldiers, generals, and wars. And the Bible is not alone. In ancient India, the Sanskrit epics, the Ramayana and Mahabharata, described flying machines called vimanas. Craft that could fly within the atmosphere or into the heavens. Craft armed with terrible weapons, beams of light, fire that could level cities, even descriptions that sound eerily like nuclear blasts. The gods of India waged wars in the skies, and the earth burned below them. Are we supposed to believe this is coincidence? The Bible speaks of wars in the skies. India speaks of vimanas raining destruction, two cultures, worlds apart, describing the same kind of event. Travel west to ancient Greece. There, we find the Titanomachy, the war between the Olympian gods and the Titans. These weren't gentle debates. These were wars, thunderbolts hurled like missiles, fiery weapons blazing across the sky, gods clashing in battle formations. And once again, humanity left in awe and terror, reduced to myth and legend by later generations. Now here's the key. Why do you think the Bible's translators, the church, softened all this? Why take armies and make them hosts? Why turn the skies into heaven? Why make Michael into a gentle angel instead of a warrior general under El? Because armies suggest conflict. Armies suggest commanders. Armies suggest weapons, battles, even invasion. And that would raise dangerous questions. Who were these armies? Who commanded them? Was Yahweh the one and only God, or just one commander among many? Those questions could undermine the church's authority, so the wars of heaven were rewritten into spiritual metaphors. Choirs, angels, harps, safe, harmless, a story the people could accept without doubt. But go back to the original words, go back to the other cultures, and a different picture emerges. Armies in the skies, wars between powerful beings, weapons that scarred the earth, and humanity, fragile, vulnerable, caught in the middle. To the ancients, these weren't just stories, they were memories. Memories of conflicts that shook the heavens and left scars on the earth. Call Michael an angel, and you see a gentle figure with wings. But call him Mishael, the warrior under El, and you see a general leading troops. Call Hashamayim heaven, and the wars vanish into spiritual metaphor. Call it the skies, and the wars become real again. Call the Nephilim giants, and they are fairy tales. Call them the fallen ones, and they are history. Do you see? Mistranslation reshapes the story into what the powerful wanted it to be. Not because they were careless, but because control is easier when stories are safe, choirs of angels are comforting, armies in the skies are terrifying. But correct translation, honest translation, gives us the story as it was meant to be told. A story of wars, commanders, beings in conflict, and humanity, always in the crossfire. And that is the difference between truth and control. This is What Unclassified. And this was episode 5, The Wars of Heaven, Humanity in the Crossfire. If this episode made you question what you thought you knew, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, because next time we'll go even further into the evidence of these wars written not only in scripture and myth, but on the earth itself.